Yagumo Part 3, Chapter 2. It just got interesting. Okay, girls, this is not the time to have those gentle smiles on your faces. They changed their clothes, but they couldn't change their smiles. On the grounds of Tatsunomai Shrine, from the commotion has yet to subside. Audience members who ran from the main building talk amongst themselves with stiff faces, unlike these two girls. Among them is Studio Yagumo. Yagumo finds familiar faces huddled up, like Tomine, Minagishi, and Toriyama, who had probably escaped from the back. During the panic, they probably tried to salvage anything valuable like costumes and props, as they're holding boxes and cases. Audience members who ran stay on shrine grounds, discussing what just happened with anxious faces. It seems everyone's too shocked to leave the area. Seems nobody's tried to sneak away. Well, that'll help the witness interview process when the police arrive. Hitoa speaks up as she looks around anxiously. Do you think the culprit is still around? I don't know. They could be hiding among the crowd, or they could be long gone by now. I'm not sure what happened, but what I heard sounded like a gunshot. It's a little scary to think someone with a gun could be nearby, especially in Japan. True. If the culprit's within the crowd, things could get dicey. Either way, doubt they'd chill around the crime scene. There's no need to be that scared. I see, okay. Director, the smoke's cleared from the building. Looks like the fire's gone too. Good thing it didn't become a full-blown blaze. Okay, let's go check out the building. Wait, the culprit could still be in there. I'm sure they've already escaped now, but to be safe, Hito and Magari, you stay here. Kanade and I will check it out. Sorry, Kanade, but can you come with me? They step into the building where the thin coat of smoke still persists. Signs of the earlier panic still remain, like floor cushions, audience belongings, and the candy scattered by Ibisu. There's no sign the building burned. Director? Yagumo looks around. Kanade points somewhere with his camera. Ugh. Where the man with the crouch was shot is an all too bizarre sight. What is that? Vaguely human-shaped actions remain. With the left hand remaining as is from a cross-section at the wrist. Is that... Yagumo and Kanai stare baffled at the grisly scene. Till they hear the sirens of the fire truck and the police car, likely in response to reports. Oh! You guys again! What the hell's going on, eh? Detective Misawa's exasperated voice echoes through the room. The police are conducting witness interviews in the room of the Oda City General Gymnasium close to the scene of the crime. Hey, it's not like we planned for this, you know. Yeah, it's a hassle for us to get dragged into trouble every time we go location scouting. So you say, but who else gets involved in 2 murder cases in such a short time? Seems awfully suspicious to me. I mean, isn't there a high schooler who got shot up with drugs that made him tiny? He runs into murder scenes every week. It happens to be a famous detective's grandkid, too. That's only in manga. Good grief. Anyway, Hitoha, it's not good for someone of your stature to hang around these sorts of people. You should stop associating with them before it hurts your career as a celebrity. Huh. Hey, can you quit squeezing my hand, please? Oh, my apologies. Couldn't help myself. Kishino apologizes but doesn't let go. So in retaliation, Yagumo hits his wrist with a chop. Ow! What's the big idea? Sir, you are strictly prohibited from touching our precious leading actress. Got a problem with that? Yagumo and Keishi glare at each other at a distance that their foreheads nearly touch. Yeah, that's not what looks like is touching right now in this picture. That's enough. Stop fooling around and break it up, you two. Anyway, we're done interviewing you guys. You can leave. Okay, we'll leave, but please don't forget my request. What, you mean how you want us to tell you when we identify the victim? Yes, we'll provide the video we shot this time and cooperate just like with the previous case. In return, you tell me the victim's identity. I think that's a fair trade. Yeah, okay. We'll tell you when we identify the victim. We got a lot of witnesses to the interview, so get out of here already. Okay, thanks. By the time they leave the general gymnasium, the sun is already high up in the sky. Ugh, too bright. We ended up pulling an all-nighter, huh? Well, the initial underground work is important for those sorts of incidents. Just like last time, the detectives seem to be doing just fine in that regard. That reminds me, during the interview, they... I'm getting a cold. They scraped me with a weird card thing. What was that? Oh, I was wondering about that. They did that to you too, Aine? You too, Hitoha? What was that about? They were probably testing for gunshot residue. They did it to me too, and probably everyone else. After all, there's a high probability that the victim was shot to death. Oh, so that's what it was. A gunshot residue test? It really feels like a mystery now. But if the murder weapon was a gun, the culprit could have been outside the shrine, right? I don't know. The victim was surrounded by tourists, so I doubt the culprit could pinpoint him from outside easily. True. So does that mean the culprit was someone near the victim? That means the director could be the culprit. Hell no. If I were the culprit, I'd choose a more... Before you can finish that thought, he lets out a big yawn. Ugh, man, I'm tired. Let's go back to the inn and take a nap. Sure, then what? We investigate the incident, of course. That's what everyone wants to do, right? As Yagumo grins, everyone nods without hesitation. So this time, they're down to figure out who the murderer is. Alright. Go to bed. A lone man stands near the eaves of Masuya, staring up. It's the same guest they saw yesterday with the video camera. Is there something stuck on the eaves? When Hitoha speaks up, the other man smiles and points up. Oh, how cute! Oh, a swallow's nest. That's a rare sight in this season. In the shade of the overhang, a swallow's nest, several chicks can be seen popping up and down. Swallows usually rise their young in the spring, but some swallows raise a second batch. This must be a second nest. Ah, I thought they only nested once a year. Huh, it's not exactly common knowledge. So are you folks staying at this inn too? Aware of my manners, my name is Rentaro Hibiya. Now that I'm retired and have time, I like to wander around like this. Hibiya introduces himself to Yagumo with a gentle smile. After they introduce himself, Yagumo decides it's a good time to ask him a question. I thought you wanted a nap. Kinda like I want a nap. I saw you at last night's Kagura performance. Yeah, it was such a tragedy. I got permission to film the Kagura performance, but never thought I didn't like that. Neither did I. Your tripod was on the opposite side of ours. Did you happen to catch anything that could help solve the case? No, I did double-check my footage, but the smoke was too intense to see anything. There was gunshot sound, and a person next to you collapsed, so I'd assume he'd got shot. I see. Well, if you want, I can show you what I filmed. Feel free to ask when you need the rises. Okay, well, we will. They nod and leave the inn. No, you were supposed to go to bed. You sleepy bastards. Hey, dog. I got your face. Studio Yagumo gets inside the park station wagon to play the backup of last night's video. Hitoha, the film's probably graphic, so you can wait in the inn if you want. Don't worry, it's only through the monitor, so I should be fine, I think. That's fine then. If you feel uncomfortable, just tell me. Okay. Alright, Magari, let's preview the footage at the moment the incident occurred. Alright, here we go. Magari moves the music to the appropriate time and hits the play button. Wow, the body really does go on forever. That's nice. That's nice, but the smoke is kind of overkill. It's hard to see everything. It certainly is. What? Blood. More yelling. What the hell? What the hell just happened? A murder! Okay, should be around here. Figures, we can't see his shoot or anything, but since he's holding his left side as he falls, that means he got shot on the left, huh? Which could mean the culprit must have been near where we sat, huh? I mean, sure, our attention was on Orochi, but I didn't notice anyone suspicious nearby. Put your tongue away, girl. Okay, Magari, can you pull up the footage from when we went back to the shrine? Sure. Magari operates the file as it continues. Hey, Toa, I haven't seen it yet, but it sounds like it was weird. Well, anyway, the body was weird. Weird how? It's hard to explain, just watch. Okay, ready, here's the preview. Oh, that was quick. As soon as the playback begins, Magari and Hitoa gasp. Yagumo saw it firsthand, but seeing it again reminds him how bizarre the sight was. It's a hot fire. Large volumes of blood have spilled from the body, creating a dark pool. That's rough. If he bled that much, he likely died of blood loss before anything else. Would a gunshot wound from a pistol cause that much bleeding? I don't know. It's not like I've witnessed many gun murders in my time. There are candies scattered about the tatami mat. Those are the candies that scattered during Abisu, right? Watch. Those are really it. They exploded. One was in his pocket and went boom. Yeah, lots of people left them at their feet, so they got left behind during the commotion. The body's burnt black, but the tatami mats aren't that scorched, huh? Yeah, that's strange. But as a result, the fire damage was fortunately contained to just that one tatami mat. What on earth is going on here? The left hand is the only thing that didn't get burned? I don't get it either. There was no trace of the fire at the crime scene, yet the body was burnt. In fact, it was just 30 minutes from the start of the incident to when the smoke cleared and we went back into the shrine. Is that really enough time for a human body to burn this thoroughly? Not really, no. If it's not hot enough to completely burn the body, shouldn't the tatami mat be burned more too? Mind if I say something? Oh, notice anything? Well, I was just thinking the situation was similar to something I read in a world mystery book when I was a kid. You know about spontaneous human combustion? Oh, that. I can probably find it real quick online. Maria opens up a browser and types away, and she immediately finds the right page. Look here. Let's see. In 1966, John Irving Bentley burned to death at his home in Pennsylvania. Strangely, his surroundings were mostly unburned, and while most of his body was reduced to ashes, his lower legs remained. Look, here's a picture. Huh? Magari shows them a black and white photo of formerly a human pile of ash with lower legs on top. This is kinda... This time it's a hand instead of a leg, but other than that, it's pretty much the same... There's a good number of these cases, but apparently many of them leave no trace of fire. So you mean this is what happened last night? Well, he was shot first, so it's a bit different, but looking at the body, I think it's a match. The shrine body looked like human combustion. Silence fills the van after Magari speaks. Logic denies the phrase spontaneous human combustion, but eyes can't deny the similarities of the image. They feel they've slipped into another world. Studio Yagumo leaves the station wagon. Yagumo watches Magari and Kanade up front. Hitoa calls to them. Director? I'm not sure if I should ask this, but... What's up? Ask away. Okay, well, last night when the man got shot, you said you needed to talk. You needed him to talk. And you talked at the hand-washing station before the performance. Did something happen between you? Oh, that. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want. I'm sorry, it's a bit hard to talk about it now. Oh, I see. It's not that I don't want to, it's just that there's too many uncertain factors right now. So once I get everything straight, I'll talk. That's fine with you? Oh, yes. But if there's anything I can help you with, just ask and I'm there. Thanks. When time comes, I'll ask. Okay. Yagumo's words perhaps helped clear up some of the anxiety she had from last night. After Hito's cheerful reply, she dashes off towards Megari and Kanade up front. Let's go to the crime scene. Tatsunome Shrine main building is taped off with investigators moving in and out. Among the onlookers is Yugo Tomine. Hey, Yugo, last night sure was rough, huh? Oh, it's you, Max. It's terrible. Just when I finally thought I could show you the fun of Imami Kagura. Oh, don't worry about me. You should worry about yourself. You look worn out. Well, yeah, I'm in charge of production, so the Shrine staff's mad at me for potential fire mishandling, and all our members got investigated. Wait. Was there actual mishandling of fire? Of course not. The shrine didn't permit anything fire-related, and we didn't use any. Well, you're right. I actually went back to the shrine after evacuation, and the tummy mats underneath the body showed no signs of burning. Yeah, community center stages don't permit fire hazards due to fire laws, after all. We even use smoke from Specialty Kagura shop that's safe to use. Yes, that's it. That's what's been bothering me. I mean, do you usually use smoke that burns as intensely as it did last night? I could hardly even see the stage. Oh. As soon as Yagumo mentions the smoke, Tommy suddenly starts stumbling with his words. Noticing that Yagumo presses further. What's wrong? Is something hard to say? Well, the smoke certainly was weird last night. It didn't usually obstruct vision that much. So why did it turn out like that last night? No idea. I didn't ask for it, and from what I saw, nobody failed to follow instructions. So you mean that intense smoke had something to do with the incident? That possibility is what made it hard to mention. The whole troop noticed the smoke oddity, but speaking up about it makes it sound like the culprit is a member of the troop. Well, no, I can understand why. You wouldn't want to think about that. Anyway, we'll be in town for a while, so if you need anything, come see us at our inn. Okay, I'll do that. Owen nods and pats Yugo on the shoulder before he makes his exit. What sweet friends. It seems that the police interviews are over. Misawa and Kishino are taking a break in the room as they sip bottled tea. As soon as he spots Yagumo, Misawa takes out a notepad and starts talking to him. Perfect timing, we identified the victim's body. You're done already? Of course, don't underestimate the police. Is what I'd like to say, but fingerprints on the intact left hand luckily matched one on record, so we identified him in no time. On record, you mean he had a criminal record? Yeah, assault and theft in his student days. Organized bank transfer fraud as an adult. He was arrested withdrawing the laundered money. So basically, he was a trashy petty criminal. A petty criminal, huh? I guess it's no surprise that he's a shaman too. Was he charged of running any scams or anything like that? We didn't get any documentation on that. All we can confirm are those 3 things I said. I see. So who was he? Let's see, real name Toru Sakurai, age 33, address unknown, unemployed. Apparently he'd been staying in a nearby inn for 2 days under the alias Ichiro Kumashiro. Kumashiro, he used the name Kumashiro? Yeah, just an alias though. Ichiro Kumashiro. Yugensai Kumashiro. So he really was the one who sent those emails. Detective Kishino, have you learned anything from the police interviews? You should ask Misawa. It's not like I'm at liberty to talk. Well, that makes sense, but come on, you can tell us at least a little, right? You guys always trick me into blabbing, so Misawa scolded me about it, so I'm not falling for it anymore. That's your fault for going gaga for Hitoa. You say something? Oh no, it's nothing. She is not wrong. There's something else I'd like to ask. I told you that I identified the victim, didn't I? Is there more you want? Well, yeah, I just said that. Well, have the forensics results come back from the blood in the hand found at the crime scene? No, that's still underway. No results yet, but he has a record, so blood typing DNA testing shouldn't take much time. I see. Well, okay then. Something stick out to you? Well, faceless bodies are a mystery trope where the culprit uses someone else's burnt body in order to fake a death. Are you saying that's what happened in this case? No, I was just a bit curious. Well, that possibility's low. Maybe in the past, but with modern DNA testing, we identify people's people based on blood and remaining body parts. Judging by the amount of blood left at the scene, he surely died of blood loss, and besides, you're the one who touched his corroded artery and confirmed his death, right? You testified that. Well, yeah. Anyway, you know the victim's got a shady past, so just trace his path and we can probably narrow down a suspect in no time. And once we find our culprit, we can just ask them why the body turned out like that, right? I guess you're right. Watch it be the old man from the thing. He's actually there because he wanted revenge on being, like, tricked out of money or something. After leaving the gym, Hito is deep in thought as she speaks up to Yagumo. Can we check out the footage of the incident one more time? Something bothering you about it? Yes, we just heard the name of the victim. Toru Sakurai, right? That sounds a little... I don't get it, but if insists, Hitoha, let's check it out, I guess. Yes, please. Okay. Inside the van, where they do... No, not there. Where they do all their creepy investigation work. Like, creepy people. Inside the park station wagon, Studio Yagumo checks the footage of the incident once more. The same place as last time, Hitoha? Yes, please. Okay, here's the preview. Boop. 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 Okay. I'm not gonna read this again. What was that? She said Toru. That's the name of the victim. Toru Sakura, right? Ah, so that means someone at the shrine knew the victim. It was a young woman's voice. I was concerned when I heard the name called, so I looked where I heard the voice back then. And I'm pretty sure the voice came from the stage, which means it was someone in the troupe. Yagumo gets up and shouts. Let's go, let's find her and ask what she saw. Okay. Roger. I don't want to. Okay. Investigators go up in the shrine building. I'll call her and talk to one of them is key. Oh, wait. I need to go too. Yugo, what were you talking about with the police? Oh, well, there's some props in the shrine we couldn't carry out last night, so I asked them to be careful not to damage them. And they said they'd try, but they can't make any promises. I see. I know there's not much you can do since it's an investigation, but that's a bummer. Yep, we carried out the valuables, that's fine, but we're a barely profitable volunteer troop, and it's gonna hurt if we have to rebuy these things. I swear every cicada wrong place. I feel like every cicada sound effect... But what? Every sound effect, cicada sound effect in every game is the same damn sound effect. Studio Yagumo rushes into the community center, finds Minagishi, and shows him the laptop. Minagishi, can you take a look at this? Whoa, what is it? What happened? Please just watch this, huh? While run by Yagumo's and testing, Minagishi looks at the laptop confused. Huh. What do you think? Recognize that voice? Yeah, I think that's Hina Shiraishi. She's our orchestra plays flute. Can we see this Shiraishi? What's her name again? Hina. She's still here, so I can call her, but it's not gonna get weird, is it? No, just want to ask her a few things, that's all. Yeah, we won't bite. We're just fellowship of funny film friends. Okay, I'll go call her then. Minagishi approaches a woman sitting by the window and says something. She must be Hina Shiraishi, and she eventually approaches them bashfully. I'm Shiraishi. Can I help you with something? Yes, well, you see. Everyone cuts off and thinks for a second as to how he should approach this question. Once he decides that there's no point beating around the bush, he cuts to the point. I'd like to ask you about the victim who passed away last night, Toru Sakurai. Huh? You know him, don't you? Last night when he collapsed, you called his name. Oh, Hina's youthful face goes a little pale as her eyes wander. But when she must realize she can't gloss things over, she gives him a small nod. Yes, I went out with him. Oh, I see. So you were his girlfriend? Have you told the police? Hina silently shakes her head. To get her back, Yagumo tries to sound as gentle as he can. I see. That's okay. We're not with the police, and we don't feel like telling them. Truth is, I knew him too, and I want to know why that happened to him. Oh, you knew Toru? Yes, I did. Though we weren't exactly on friendly terms. Keeping his demonic thoughts to himself, Yagumo puts on a sad face and continues. The poor thing. Why? Why did he have to make the ultimate sacrifice? Do you have any ideas? Well, I'm not sure myself, but he had been frightened since a little while ago. Frightened by what? He was told he'd be burned by hellfire. Yagumo patiently listens to Hina talk about something that seems irrelevant. Burned by hellfire? That sounds bad. Who told him that? Well, I'm not sure myself, but he had been frightened since a little while ago. Was it a shaman? Did a shaman tell him that? Yes, he said he was told that by a spirit medium named Yugensai Kumashiro. Yugensai said Toru would be burned by hellfire. Kumashiro, Yugensai Kumashiro, said that to Sakurai? Yes. What does this mean? Is he not the shaman himself? Hina's words leave Yagumo suddenly dumbfounded, his eyes empty. At that moment he hears a small email notification coming from the phone in his pocket. He hastily pulls out the phone and opens the email app to see...
No, the packages are not for you.
Subject, what'd you think? From Yugensai Kumashiro. Dear Max Yagumo, I felt the need to demonstrate my power before we met, and thus I punished a villain with hellfire. What'd you think? Surely now you believe in my power. What the hell, you bastard? Damn it! Damn it! Yagumo's scream echoes through the room as everyone looks at him dumbfounded. Ooh.